Bilirakis.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I appreciate it. Thank you for holding this hearing. Mr. Ortiz, you mentioned in your testimony, and we talked just now about the one-stop shop centers, and they'll play a key role in implementing the Veterans Retraining Assistance Program. But it will be a challenge to link the 3,000 one-stop centers with VA. We spend over, it's my understanding, we spend over $165 million per year on the Disabled Veterans Outreach Program, the VPOP specialists, and then also the local veterans employment representatives. Their job is to find training and employment opportunities for veterans. Do you think they should play a central role in coordinating validation of the employment status and providing eligible applicants' names to central source, either at the Veterans Employment and Training Services or at the VA? Should they play a central role?
Well, sir,
Mr. Ortiz, thank you.
Yes, sir. Through the normal intake process that's conducted by the one-stop staff, sir, veterans are identified, and if they meet the eligibility requirements, they go to our DVOP and leavers, depending on their needs. As far, and if there is an absence of a DVOP and leaver, the actual one-stop personnel work on that. As far as are they playing, or will they play a major role in this effort? Am I understanding your question, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. They will, because no matter what in the in the 211 piece, where the individuals come in from 30 to 60 years old, they need to have somebody that's going to give them counseling and things. If they are a veteran, they are going to be referred to our DVOP and leavers directly. I want to pass it over to Jerry, because she can tell you a little bit more as far as the connectivity, sir.
I guess what I would just add, because I think that's a good description, is DVOPs and leavers are generally located in one-stop career centers. And a veteran would walk into a reception area, and if they identify themselves as a veteran, they're going to be referred where there are DVOPs and leavers to those individuals for specialized services and counseling. Where there may be some centers where there is not direct access to a DVOP or leaver, and in that case, they would be served through the one-stop staff to ensure that their needs are addressed right away. We have a priority of service within the one-stops for veterans, regardless of whether they are in the age group which is targeted by 211 or in general, so that when a veteran walks into a one-stop, they will receive priority of service.
Thank you very much. Mr. Coy, in your testimony, you mentioned that your primary outreach plan for the Veterans Training Assistance Program included using the GI website and Facebook page. While these are great tools, how are you going to reach out to the veterans, the targeted population between 35 and 60, those who may not be high-tech and don't use Facebook or the Internet? Do you have a plan?
Yes and no. I'd like to go back to something that Mr. Ortiz mentioned. We also, with respect to your questions about DVOPs and leavers, we have DVOPs and leavers co-located in each one of our 57 regional offices within VA, and our VRE counselors work very, very closely with those DVOPs and leavers. So we're already plugged into that DOL, DVOP and leaver network. With respect to the communication plan, we have a draft communication plan, but we plan on not only using our GI Bill website, our GI Bill social media sites, we also have our state approving agencies, we have VSOs in our communication plan, we have the approved community colleges, we have the non-college degree program facilities. As I mentioned, we have 57 regional offices. We have over 800 VA voc rehab counselors that are going to get the word out. We have 147 VA medical centers that we're going to leverage in that infrastructure, our 200 VA vet centers, our 240 plus community-based outpatient clinics. We're including this program as well, updating our TAP presentation. We have a call center that we're also going to be updating to ensure that our call center representatives have that information. We're going to push emails out through our e-benefits system. We're going to also do what we can to leverage Mr. Ortiz's 3,000 plus one-stops that they have. So the yes and no question is we have a draft communication plan. We plan on leveraging all of those infrastructure items as well as not just the GI Bill and those social media sites.
What about a national advertising campaign?
We don't have that in our current program budget, if you will, but we certainly would love to have something like that, and we'll look at that. As I mentioned, our communication plan right now is in its draft format.
Okay, very good. Love to work with you on that.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I yield back.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Walz.